Breakout trader in the house at freetradingvideos.com. Let's go through volume, net volumes on the indexes tonight. What we're looking at here is VOLD, which is a net volume on the New York Stock Exchange. We can see today, there's a 5-minute chart of today's activity, intraday activity. We see here's that zero line, and then from 2 o'clock this afternoon, and this is very, very typical. You're going to have reversals in the afternoons on the hour and half past the hour. And then once you get into 3 o'clock arena, you'll be 3:30, 3:45. And that's really consistent. If you're day trading, you need to be watching these type of things. Watching time. Today we can see 743 million net shares to the upside. That's good. Okay. How can we compare this? How can we break this down? Well, let's go to a 60-minute chart here. What we'll be able to see is the net volume over the last couple of periods. Okay, we're going all the way back to April here. This is today right here. Okay, and this is aftermarket included, 8:59. Big day, which is awesome. Okay, you can see the last couple of periods on the downside, you can see that selling volume, net selling volume, has been reducing. Okay, which means the sellers are getting tired, becoming exhausted. We can see today's volume is greater than the previous attempts to run up, which is fantastic. You can even see way back here, April. Okay, we exceeded those except for this, just this one right here, 5th of June. So we had nice volume coming to the markets this afternoon. That is a great thing to see. Let's check out VOLDQ, net volume on the NASDAQ. Let's first take a look at the 5-minute chart here. 5-minute chart, we're above that 1 billion. Now on the VOLD, back on the net volume New York Stock Exchange, what I am looking for is greater than 500 million to the upside. That gives me a good, solid fighting chance that the market will continue to the upside. Gives me pretty good probability of that, which means I trade long and I increase my position size if I am day trading index futures, S&P or ES or the YM, the Dow mini futures. On the NASDAQ, VOLDQ, I'm looking for greater than 1 billion. Okay, we can see we achieved that today. Let's take a look at the 60-minute chart here. See how we did today. Look at this, 1.2 billion. Hey, that's pretty good, guys. That's pretty solid volume coming to the upside. We can also see here that volume reducing on the attempts pushing down. Well, we did push down, but on a reducing volume as we come forth to a potential reversal as we head into earnings season here. So if you want to break these down and we want to see the volume on the upside, let's go back to the New York Stock Exchange. UVOL, that gives us the up volume. So this is the number of shares purchased on stocks upticking, advancing on the day, above the close of yesterday. We can see you get 1.16 billion shares. If you want to look on the downside, we can see you get 418 million shares to the downside. So that's stocks trading down the day, that stocks being purchased or sold, sorry, stocks being sold on the declining stocks of the New York Stock Exchange. So if you take the UVOL minus the DVOL, that will give you your net volume on the VOLD. Okay, we can do the same thing on the NASDAQ. UVOQ, 1.7 billion shares to the upside. DVLQ is on the downside, 658 million. Take the up volume minus the down volume, that'll give you the net volume on the day. So a couple things here real quick. On the VOLD, the New York Stock Exchange net volume, we want greater than 500 million or less than 500 million on the down day to go short heavy. On the NASDAQ, greater than 1 billion to the upside to go long heavy, or to go short heavy, we want greater than negative 1 billion shares to the downside. That's a real quick wrap there on net volumes on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. This is freetradingvideos.com. This is Breakout. Breakout is out.